77 now. It's sunny in Sebring, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous today. Okay, fine. Hotter than blazes. Be happy. Advisory services offered through Second Half Financial Partners, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments are appropriate for you, please consult with a financial advisor. Second Half Financial Partners, LLC does not provide tax or legal advice. Please consult your tax or legal advisor regarding your particular situation. And the Legal Beagle means it's time to double-check and see what's going on Wall Street this morning with your money, which we do with a fellow that's reporting from an undisclosed location today, Philip Statler from Statler Financial Services in Sebring. Good morning, Philip. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. Hey, sitting outside my camper today, and a beautiful sunny morning for sure.
You and Vice President Cheney reporting from an undisclosed location, right? Hey, we had a party yesterday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finally set a new record. It's been 3 months it's been lagging the other major indexes. Traded upward by 276 points yesterday. We start this morning at 50,286. S&P was no slouch. They were up 12 3/4. NASDAQ up 22 3/4, and the Russell 2000 added 0.93%. And all that off of step number one, a little inkling out of the administration. They saw teensy tiny progress points on the Iran situation, and that prompted oil to crater down under $100 and stocks to go crazy. You'd almost think happy days were here again and something major had changed, wouldn't you?
You would definitely think that looking at the markets, but Dave, nothing's changed. I mean, yeah, oil finally came down below 100 for a little while. But that's really about it. And the things I'm reading now are continuing to say that, the oil prices are really putting some pressure finally on the consumer.
I would expect so. I was amazed at the fact that the projections for travel over this Memorial Day weekend actually expected to set a new record, but still with the price on everything from gasoline to airfare to just about everything. I'm utterly amazed at the fact that we haven't pulled in our horns. I'm glad we haven't, but I'm amazed that we haven't yet.
Yeah, me as well. And it's like, okay, so how are we paying for it? It's got to be going on, the credit cards.
Somewhere down the line, you got to assume. And you said absolutely nothing meaningful really happened yesterday. As a matter of fact, the new supreme leader over in Iran said flat out there was no way on God's green earth they were going to give up their uranium, and that's one of the red lines in President Trump's negotiation for the thing. So basically, nothing's changed over in Iran. We're still talking like we're ready to do something big at any time if something falls apart. But the ceasefire is holding so far. We're still blockading their ports, and almost nobody's getting the Strait of Hormuz through. So, I mean, I don't know what the excitement was, and I'll say again, I'm glad we had some, but there's absolutely really no reason for it. Yesterday, Walmart's report with their crummy guidance they put out pretty much shook the brick-and-mortar retail field down, which restricts the kinds of stock that are driving the market up as well. You got to remember, it's a minority of the shares that are actually going up. The majority of the S&P 500 is not enjoying this run-up, are they?
They're not. It's kind of a mixed bag again. Earnings have been decent so far, and we continue to see some strong stocks, and then obviously we got certain sectors that are getting beat up.
I was going to say, my gainers versus losers, the losers are kind of outpacing the gainers by a bit on almost a consistent basis, even when we set new records. Some of that is because there are still sectors of the economy that are in some deep doo-doo off of the energy prices and the interest rates. Need to mention that mortgage rates on national average now have jumped over 6.5%. I don't want to think about the mortgage application figure we get next week, do you?
No, it's going to start to fall off substantially, I believe, because of interest rates. Unless people got them long, you could get people getting them locked in ahead of time and finally getting to close, which would be a good thing.
or the proverbial adjustable rate mortgage, which is always a risky investment unless you've got some knowledge the rest of us don't have. ARMs are a tool to be able to reduce your payments, but they can be dicey propositions to buy a home on, can't they?
They can, especially in the interest rate environment we're in right now, where it doesn't seem like they're going down.
Yeah, it does not for a fact. Other tidbits that I had this morning, you mentioned yesterday that President Trump had proposed and IBM benefited from the notion of the government buying into the quantum computing trend. The article that I read this morning say any business that mentions quantum computing in their guidance all of a sudden is going up, so there's a sector on the way up. We got a few reports floating around this morning. It's kind of the butt end of earnings season, but we still have a few indications as to how we're doing. What are you hearing out there this morning on the stocks we're actually trading?
Hey, I'm seeing some decent moves, Dave. Ross Stores, a discount department store chain. At least earlier, they're about 4.5%. I think now they have kind of given some of that back based on guidance and that type of thing. Oh, no, they're up 5.5% this morning, Dave. Not a bad move at all.
Darn good move.
Before they get trading here. And because I'm running from my iPad instead of my normal computer, it takes me a little bit longer to flip between pages. Decker Outdoor reported. Decker Outdoor, that's the maker of UGG boots and footwear. They beat on the street. Pretty good. It came in at 96 cents a share. And they were expected to make like 83 cents a share, revenue ahead of expectations. But their stock was falling earlier. It was down about 2%. Now it's down about 2.5%. So not helping them at all. Hey, a name that's coming to our community, Dave, BJ's Wholesale Club.
Yeah.
Not sure when they're going to get here, but they had a good quarter. They earned $1.10 versus $1.03 expected, revenue ahead as well, and they were trading up this morning. Let's see where we are now. They flattened out, Dave. They're down about 0.1% now.
I'm wondering if you're seeing that when they do a good report and they go up and then they start trending down. I wonder if it's just a matter of us sobering up after yesterday's run up.
It could be. Again, that was retail, right? BJ's also is kind of retail, so that may play into it a little bit as well.
Yeah, Walmart couldn't have helped BJ's one tiny little bit with their guidance yesterday, could they?
No, not at all. Hey, I got a little tidbit. It's not an earnings, but Estee Lauder, they're having a big jump this morning. They're up almost 12% after they have ended talks with another cosmetic company about a potential merger. They've canceled those talks now, and so their stock's taking a big jump up, like I said, almost 12%.
Evidently, their customers and their investors like things the way they are, huh?
Exactly.
Evidently. Resetting the table for the morning, it was a party day on Wall Street yesterday. My delayed quotes are looking like the party might actually continue today. 45 minutes before we open, what are you looking at this morning?
I'm looking at some good numbers, Dave, at least on the index side. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial 30 up another 0.75 point. The S&P 500 is up almost 0.5 point, as well as the NASDAQ 100, as well as the Russell 2000, all up about 0.5%. On the other side, we've got silver still trading down this morning about 1%. Gold's down 0.5%. Crude oil has jumped up about 0.25%, but still well below 100 at $96.57 a barrel right now, Dave.
Like I said, the optimism over that kind of surprises me. It's just one of those things I'm glad to see even when I can't explain them. Looking across the pond, the Asian Rim market was happy to see us have a good day. The average Asian Rim market closed up by the better part of 1%. One of the Chinese mainland markets was up 2.3% on hopes that things might actually quiet down over in Iran. Looking across the pond on the European side of the fence, everything's in green ink as well. Average European index is up by almost 0.75% halfway through their trading day as well. Looks like the beginning of a pretty good day for our money this week. somebody wants to figure out how to make all this into a retirement plan they can count on, that's going to take your eyes to make it happen. How do I find you to get a plan for my retirement, sir?
Absolutely, Dave. Hey, come after Memorial Day. We'll be back in the office for a while. Give us a call there at 863-382-0037. Schedule your core retirement design, where we'll sit down and talk about where you are, where you need to get to, and how to get there. And then catch the Statler Financial Radio Show this weekend, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk, 7:30 a.m. and 95.3 FM.
And online at newstalk730am.com. My friend, you have a blessed and a meaningful Memorial Day weekend, and we'll catch you next week, all right?
All right, buddy. You too.
Thank you. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services, Philip Statler.
Imagine.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us today. Hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Celebrate. I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.